So, Dad, when am I actually going to learn something?
You learn something new every day, son. This, for instance, is called a leaf. Can't get that from a book.
They're all schooling, and you're not! We've all heard of homeschooling.
Homeschooling rules.
And perhaps you've heard of unschooling. This is where you stay at home, and you're not homeschooled. Now, this has been recently trending again in the various social media, TikTok and what have you. But as with all trending things, there's nothing new under the sun. And let's have a look at an item from 15 years ago, if not more, about unschooling on a local news station. Always a good time.
But what about unschooling? It's a growing new movement that pretty much lets kids do whatever they want during the day instead of going to school. Now, I have to admit, I have a bias in this. I think it sounds crazy. But Juju Chang went out and reported this story, and Juju, you did find some people.
Now, I don't know anything about this, but you do. This has been around forever. This is an old news thing from 2010.
A world without school. For the Beagler kids, it's a
No school, let's hit each other with sticks.
reality. They're at home, not being homeschooled, they're being unschooled. We're talking about no textbooks, no tests, no formal education at all.
Over here, we're growing some pickles.
Living your life as if
Why is it always that when they're not going to school? It's always growing shit. It's always growing pickles in this case. There's always a garden. You know, they're never building a rocket ship or a time machine. I'm not going to school, but I'm working on my a cancer eliminator. No, look, it's I gave water to some plants and.
Never get x plus y equals z.
no, if they need to.
If they need it to grow their pickles?
Yes.
Do they need it to grow their pickles? No. So there's no pickle here.
If they need formal algebra understanding, then they will find that information.
Kids doing whatever they want.
They might watch television, they might play games on the computers.
Okay, this is what kids will do.
Might read.
The dad's really trying to save it there. They might read.
Might read.
Dostoevsky. They read too. I'm pretty sure I saw them with a copy of The Art of War.
A choice between watching TV and reading.
The key there is that you got to trust your kids to find their own interests.
Yeah, that's right, honey. you tell the Asian reporter.
But can we? Really?
This, to me, is putting way too much power in the hands of the kids, something that we know kids actually can often find very anxiety-producing. And it's also sending a message that, you know, they're the center of the universe, which I do not think is healthy for children.
The Beagler.
Based! But no joke, that I agree with a lot of what was said there.
There's a radical unschoolers.
Is that RuneScape? Pretty sure this kid's playing RuneScape.
They extend their kids' choice philosophy to parenting, allowing their
Not a single pickle was eaten that day.
kids to make all their own decisions. No chores, no rules.
Danger! It's Sean. Ooh, this is dangerous, guys. Don't go. You're entering Sean's room. Slay!
Own decisions. No chores, no rules.
You guys can't go in there.
No chores, no rules.
You guys can't go in there.
Last time I heard that was someone getting out of a toilet that wouldn't flush.
You guys can't go in there.
That's intense, man. Literal quote by Jeffrey Dahmer.
You guys can't go in there.
And I'm sorry, but what's on the door of this kid's room? What? It's pretty blurry, but is that just up in here, or is that actually?
I imagine like feral children running wild. How can you parent without any rules?
We find that we don't need a whole lot of rules.
Your daughter stays up all night.
Yeah.
Isn't that sort of counterproductive?
No, she's getting everything done that she wants to get done.
Though it varies from state to state, it's perfectly legal in Massachusetts. Unschooling family.
Today we're going to the local farm. How much money did you bring?
$1.10.
It's amazing. There is no hierarchy in our house, so there's no punishment, no judgment, or discipline. They just get what they need for breakfast and go to wherever feels comfortable for them to eat. You're gonna have a donut?
That is ridiculous. There's no judgment. You can hide 5 pig corpses in your room. There's not going to be any judgments. Not going to be any. It's all hunky-dory. We don't need that many rules.
Miss or regret not being in a normal school?
I don't regret it, but sometimes I wonder what...
But you were 7, what do you know? Well, in PE, you learn PE.
Right, I was doing so well. Let's not turn this into a YouTube boob. Boob.
Volleyball and basketball and football. Have you explored any sport?
No, they haven't really been an interest of mine.
That's what school is about, to be exposed to all these things that maybe you would like one of them. You would be, what, a junior in high school?
I'm not sure that... I mean, it's possible that you actually start liking something that maybe you wouldn't have picked up. But I'm pretty sure there's no... The world's not missing any ball player talent here either.
I really don't know.
Do you feel prepared for college?
Don't go in.
Do you feel like you're prepared academically and socially
no, not
for college?
really. Because I haven't done the traditional look at a textbook and learn about such and such. If I wanted...
You could have given at least an example of a subject. That is a huge problem, because the only way you're gonna develop an academic mind is in an academic setting. Although I would argue you could still do that later in life, but I mean, would be nice to get a bit of a head start.
To go to college, then I would pick up a textbook and I would learn.
Isn't it the job of the parent to teach the child to do things that they don't want to do?
They will do what they need to do, whether or not they enjoy it, because they see the purpose in it.
Do you ever worry, though, by raising your kids so far out of the mainstream that they will be handicapped in some way?
They have experiences and knowledge that other people don't.
That's true. Waffle ball. These poses, for instance. Growing pickles. I'm disappointed that the pickles didn't come back more in this article, or in this article, this item, this news story. Like, they were introduced. They were like Chekhov's pickle, right? Here's a woman explaining how they do actually educate their children.
One of the questions we get asked the most is how we educate our kids on the road.
Oh, you better keep your eyes on the road. Maybe that's lesson 1. How to be a reasonable participant in traffic. How about you look ahead? Or are you just gonna, record your little vlog intro and go head first into a cyber truck? And the only thing they're gonna find is your toupee.
In this video, we're gonna give you 5 reasons on why we decided to homeschool, unschool, road school, world school our kids. We're gonna start with number 5, but stay till the end because number 1 is the most important thing to us.
All right. Well, they read the engagement guide.
All right, number 5. One of the questions we get asked the most is how we educate our kids on the road. So in this video, we're gonna give you 5 reasons on...
That was the video? Where's the video? I felt like maybe it was a teaser to a longer video. I couldn't find it, but I was able to find loose clips with examples of how they educate their kids, teaching kids finances, how they spend their money. Let's check it out.
So Skylar just got her green light card, and she's been earning money from doing her chores and personal development, and she wanted to get this bike, so she's buying it by herself with the money that she earned. How does that make you feel, Skylar? I'm so excited to ride my bike.
I don't care, okay? I'm gonna let this slide.
All right, so I love stop giving them the financial responsibility and they get to do what they want. And we've noticed that since they've had their cards, they take such a sense of pride in everything that they do, how they earn their money, and how they spend it. And as a parent, that's awesome to see.
Okay. Nothing too strange about this. It sounds about right. But that's not really part of like schooling. That's just more part of parenting. So what I'm interested in seeing is how they replace traditional schooling through whatever their form of education. That's what I'm trying to find. But this is just basically what you would do with any kid. Try to teach them responsibility over finances. You can, let them earn cash by doing their chores and what have you. Behave well. Nothing too out of the ordinary here. Let me go to how we educate our kids on the road. Because apparently these people are constantly going somewhere.
Here's a behind-the-scenes shot of our next YouTube video where we are going to go over in detail what we do with our kids' education. This one's going to be all about Nixon and her becoming an entrepreneur.
This is just a teaser, another teaser. Great. Has Nixon read the book? Can Nixon read books already? That's the question. It's the real question.
When we first started this full-time travel lifestyle and we took our kids out of school, the one thing that got me a little nervous was becoming the full-time teacher for my kids. And we soon found OutSchool, which has been amazing. Our kids absolutely love it. Ryder right now, who's not a huge fan of writing, is taking a private tutoring class where it's about Roblox versus Minecraft.
They use an app. They downloaded an app to do it for them.
So one thing that I really noticed was the teachers have a way of bringing out like the kids' superpowers.
This kid has a superpower? Name one superpower.
Superman.